What is going on, beautiful people? It is your favorite entrepreneur, Knowledge here, seven-figure entrepreneur, and I've been in the notary space for going on 10 years. What I wanted to talk to you guys today about is how I went from 0 to 10K months as a notary public with no experience, obviously. So when I did this, it was one of those things that came from a place of struggle. I want to put down. Came from a place of struggle. So for me, when I got into the notary business, especially the second go around, many of you may know the story, or if you don't know the story, I went to the notary industry after I graduated college because I wanted to make some money and be a full-time entrepreneur. I made some money into it, then I went through a period of wanting to do different businesses, made a lot of success in other businesses, ended up losing that money, just not spending it correctly, coming from a single parent household, not having much financial literacy. And then I got to the point where I had to make that money back, and I made all my money back by doing the notary industry. But when I hit that rock bottom, that second go around, I was at a place of struggle. I needed to make the money, so I was locked in. Many of you guys out there are probably in positions where you want to make more money. I can make a little bit more money. Yeah, an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month wouldn't hurt me. You're probably like there. And if you don't have like a big enough pain, or if you don't have a big enough why, it's not gonna really change, right? Something in your life isn't really gonna change unless you really want it to change. And for me, my why wasn't huge at that time, but it was more so the struggle position that I was in, to where I'm like, I have to make this work. I have to get rent paid. I'm tired of eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and pasta from Walmart every day. That was where I was. If I'm keeping it 100% real, 100% a buck, that's where I was. I'm like, I got to get out of this position by any means necessary. I don't want to starve anymore. That was it. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you guys. I didn't want to starve anymore. I didn't want to. My goal was just to be able to eat when I want to eat. That was it. So coming from a place like that, it was just like, I need to make money. So I was willing to do whatever I did. And these are some of the things that I did along the way. So first off, I just need to understand that it came from a place of struggle. But for you, if you're not struggling, you just need to make sure that your why is powerful enough. Why do you even want to make this money? To just make a little bit more money on the side? Attach it to something. Do you want to be able to put your kids through college? Attach it to that. If you want to make more money so you're able to travel, you're only able to take one trip a year, but you want to take at least one a quarter, 2 to 3 trips a year, 2 to 4 trips a year. Attach a pain to that and blow it up, so that it's a big enough reason for you to want to stick to what you're doing, which is this. So if you don't have it attached to something, good luck. I don't know. There's no way, no nice way for me to put it. That's just what it is, straightforward. Next up, I didn't wait to be ready. I didn't wait to be ready. So for me, for example, like I said, I was coming from a place of struggle, so I was hitting the ground running. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait till I have everything. So I didn't wait. I started taking action early, basically, and I learned by doing, not by overthinking. A lot of you guys wanna plan. You have all these, oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you guys about one of my students. But you guys wanna plan, but you don't actually strike. You gotta remember, it's a three-step process, right? It's a 3-step process. So basically, I have a student that he knows everything about the notary industry, front, back, to the side, knows everything about the notary industry. He probably knows more than I do, and I've been in this game for years, but he hasn't made a sale yet. I think he just got his first sale after months. But that's what happens when you stay in the planning phase. You got to remember, as an entrepreneur, it's kind of like 3 phases you go through. You got plan, you have execute, and then you have revision, revise, or recuperate. It's an R word, but you have revise, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So you plan out what you need to do, and then you move over to the execution phase. After you go into the execution phase, you need to review what you did, and then you need to make a better plan. So it's kind of like a circle, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. You plan, and then from planning, you move over to execute, and then from execute, you review, and then from review, you make a better plan. It's kind of like a circle in that sense. So boom, 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 boom. The problem is a lot of you guys just stay here. Y'all got the best plans in the world, but y'all don't do anything. Rather than me, I didn't plan that much in the beginning. I just did execute, review, execute, review, execute, review. I executed, reviewed what I did, make it a little bit better, and just went back into it. But you guys just stay here. You just get stuck in this planning, and then you know everything about an industry. You can tell me more than I know, but you haven't made any money to show for it. So who cares? Who cares if you know all the stuff about the industry, but you're not even making money from it? Like, you see what I'm saying? Who cares? So I say all that to say that I didn't wait to be ready. I just executed, I attacked, I revised or reviewed what I needed to fix, and then I just went back into it. And for me, that helped me make these small changes in my business faster and faster and faster that helped get me to the 10K months. And now we've far surpassed that. I did that in a matter of a few months, and I was completely locked in. So what you guys understand is plan, then execute, and then review. But it's important to know at what stage you're in. So if you're gonna plan, say like, all right, I'm finding all the information I can for a week, 2 weeks, even a month. But right after this month passes, I don't give a rat's behind what I'm doing. It's time for me to execute. And then from your execution, that's where you're really gonna run into mistakes, and that's where you're gonna learn. But you need to run into mistakes, but you can't run into mistakes if you didn't actually execute on anything. So I say that to say that. I focused on one simple workflow. So I focused on one simple workflow. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by I focused on one simple workflow? I used the same process for every job, no confusion and no wasted time. So when I was doing these jobs back to back, from notary days to my signing service days now, how I do things is the same way I do everything. Like I've said before, probably in one of my videos, when you go to McDonald's, you love McDonald's. You might not like McDonald's. I don't eat at McDonald's anymore, but let's say like Chipotle. When you go to Chipotle, you know what that rice is gonna taste like. You know what that chicken's gonna taste like. You know the queso. You know the chips and salsa, or the chips and queso, or the chips and guac. Making myself hungry to talk about this now. You know what it's gonna taste like each time, basically, right? So you kind of want to have that same system, same process with your business. When people come to you, they know exactly what it's going to be like. They know that they're going to get these email reminders. They know you're going to reach out. You're going to give them a call. They know this. But the way in which you do that needs to be the same way each time. You don't want to give somebody a different service or a different feeling or a different process every time they come to do business with you. Imagine you went to Chipotle and the first thing, before asking you for a bowl or a wrap, they asked you, do you want cheese? And you're just like, what? Do I want cheese? Yeah. And then the last thing they ask you is, what do you want, this a bowl or do you want a wrap? And they just do everything out of order. And each time you came back, it was always different. Instead of asking you for a bowl, the first thing they ask you is, hey, do you want lettuce? You're like looking at them like, it's crazy. So you want the same way in which you do things to be copacetic and coherent the same exact way each and every time. Everything needs to be done the same exact way because it makes the process smoother for you, even when you start getting an employee as well. You have that process laid out. You have your standard operations, SOPs, standard operating procedures, and they can follow the same thing so that way each time a customer comes, things are getting done in the same exact way, which makes the customer want to come back to you because they know what to expect. I'm not going to Chipotle and then the rice tastes different every time I come. Or they ask me if I want beans as the first thing. I'm like, what, beans? I want a to-go plate first, to-go box first. So yeah, you want one simple workflow that you do everything with each and every time. Next up, I built visibility fast. Visibility fast. So meaning, oh my gosh, that word fast is kicking my behind. I made it easy for people to find me and book with me without a back and forth. So some of you guys don't even have a website, right? You don't even have a website, one. So people can't even find you if they want to. You just want to go on social media, post about it 2-3 times and hope that somebody needs a notary. But what I tell people, I tell all my coaching students this. You're focused on the things that aren't really important, but it just sounds good. It sounds like you're doing business. You think you're doing business, but you have nothing to show for it. So you're posting on social media, but you don't have the things that people want. Like, where's your website? How do they know how much you cost? What do they know? How do they know to call you? You know what I'm saying? Like you need to build your visibility as soon as possible so that you're out there in the world, you're out there in the marketplace, and people know that they have stuff that they can buy from you and they know what they're buying from you and how much. And then on top of that, you have a smooth system that way anytime they book with you, they know what exactly to expect. You see what I'm saying? So you need to have these things. You need to have it. You need to build your visibility fast so people know how to even find you. It sounds so like simple, but the majority of the notaries that I speak to don't even do this. They don't do this. They don't have it. They don't have it. And if they do have a website, it's horrible. It looks not great. So I prioritize speed over perfection in the beginning. And this is kind of something that I learned early on in the game. So when I say I prioritize speed over perfection, it doesn't mean that I rushed through these jobs and made sure that they were done incorrectly. I want to start off by saying that. But I wasn't trying to make everything perfect. Oh, I want to make sure that the stamp is at a 90-degree angle so when the sun hits it, it shines into the client's eyes so I can charge them more. I wasn't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just made sure I look good. Boom, perfect. All right. Can I have my money? Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed the service. Bye. On to the next one. Because you need speed. You need money coming in. And then as problems arise, you can use that money to fix these problems and create systems so you move on to the next thing. But you guys are trying to be perfect. I want to know how to do everything. I want to know how to do every document. I can do a apostille with my eyes closed, but you don't got any clients. By the time you finish one client, I done did 5. I completed 5 clients and I moved on to the next thing. You see what I'm saying? I used that money, I threw it into marketing. I'm on to the next thing. But you're here trying to be perfect and have the perfect stamp. Oh, I want to order a pink stamp so I can notarize things and when clients see it, you're worried about the wrong things. Get to this bag and make sure the client enjoys the experience, move on to the next thing. So you need to be prioritizing these quick responses and availability because that stuff is gonna win you more clients than trying to be perfect. Who cares if you answer the phone in the perfect manner, but it took the client 2 days to get to you? Right? Who answers, hey, this is blah, 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 blah. You answered the phone perfect, but I answered it fast. I was the first one on the phone. Hey, what do you need? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, sure, I can have you handle that. Boom, the job is done. But you're shooting for perfection, which is another, perfection's best friend is procrastination. So you got to understand that. They're best friends with each other. So that's what I did. And then what I did was I turned first-time clients into repeat clients. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the clients that came in, especially when they had documents where I'm like, oh, you know what? They might need me again. You're giving them the best service because you want to make sure that these clients are coming back. Because like I always say in previous videos, the clients that are repeat clients are going to save you during those rainy days, during the slow seasons, during times where your marketing might not be up to point. You're going to need these repeat clients. So the ones that come in, especially the ones that are doing documents where they might need more, especially if they're like a business or office, you need to make sure that you're treating them the best. But anyways, hopefully this helped you out because this is what I did to go from 0 to 10K as a notary public with no experience, amongst many other things. So continue watching these other videos. I'll break it down even more to you guys. But this is what you need to do. It's not rocket science. It's just boring things over and over and over again until you hit. And then once you make that money, you use it to make you even more money. That's what you need to do. But yeah, like I said, if you're a notary that's in the industry that wants to make more money, or if you're a brand new notary or somebody that's not even a notary, but you're interested in the industry, click the link in my bio, book a call with either me or a member of my team, and we would love to show you how to grow a notary business or a notary agency to take you to the next level. Hope you liked this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. See you guys in the next video. Peace. If you found this helpful, make sure to join our free Notary Knowledge Academy. It's the #1 community for all notaries. And if you need one-on-one mentorship on how to grow your business from 3 to 8K plus in your notary business, all the links are down below. Go ahead and click that, and I'll see you guys on the inside.